Well, hello, my name is Doug Winter. I'm a farmer in southeastern Illinois near the small town of Mill Shoals, Illinois. I am a fifth generation farmer. My great great grandfather started farming in this area in 1869, and we have been at it ever since. I farm a 3,200 acre grain operation, and we grow white and yellow corn, seed and commercial soybeans, and soft red winter wheat. My brother is 76 years old. He retired about 4 years ago, and he still works part time on the farming operation. My wife Nancy is a certified public accountant in the town of Carmi, just south of where we live, having her own operation, having her own accounting practice. We have two children, Sharice, who's in Daytona, Florida, and Neil, who's in Greenville, South Carolina. I enjoy growing the crops. Enjoy the satisfaction of getting a crop planted and watching it develop through the year and doing the agronomic management, crop scouting, the various aspects of farming to be able to see that develop and try to do the best job that I can possibly do in growing a good quality crop, a good yielding crop. Just to be able to do, there's a lot of, I guess, aesthetic reward in all of the things that we do in growing a crop, and I just really find that really usually monetarily rewarding and also very rewarding for the soul. I think our growing season from advanced weather forecasts looks like it's going to be a lot more um, productive or a lot more friendly to the crops this year. It doesn't look like we're going to have quite the heavy amounts of rainfall. Maybe temperatures a little more moderate, and so I think everybody's pretty optimistic about this year as far as getting started and really getting into the field and getting some things done in a more timely manner. Well, getting an early start on corn, I think, is one of the big things, and an earlier start than we did last year on beans. Uh, Corn, we were planting a lot of it in the late May, early June time period last year, and we were very fortunate, very blessed to end up with some good yields. Granted, they were fairly wet. We had to do a lot of drying. Um, Soybeans, the planting season was strung out all the way into July, and we had some decent yields out of those, but they still fell below our 5 year average trend line. So we're looking for some more top end, some earlier planting this year, a little better growing season, but that's what I'm kind of looking forward to, getting this crop into the ground and getting it off to a lot better start this year. As far as a successful crop, I'm hoping an improvement in market factor or in market prices, an improvement in yields over last year. I think all of those things, when you think of successful crop, you always think of yield and quality of the crop. But I think that it's also the profitability of the crop has to come into the success, or you're not in business for very long. We have a plan in place in case we have an employee that shows up that would happen to be infected with the COVID virus. Um, right now, we haven't really had to make anything. Most of we're pretty much out in the country. We're pretty much self-contained group. We have a little bit of interface with the public, but not near as much as the more metropolitan areas do, larger population areas, that sort of thing. And we're pretty much entertained full time this time of year on getting equipment ready and getting seed all lined up and getting everything organized for the planting season. So I think that's one of the things. We're a little more insulated, but we do have a plan in place, and we are taking precautions. Lord knows, we've gone through a lot of hand sanitizer and sanitary wipes, over the past few weeks. But we've tried to take what we consider to be adequate, or maybe more than adequate, precautions to kind of guard ourselves against the COVID-19 virus. I think my best communication to our trading partners would be that the American farmers are dedicated to providing the highest quality and the most dependable supply of soy to all of them as our business partners, and to be responsive to their needs in what they see coming, what they need to be able to use in their particular operations, whether it's feed mills, in their livestock operations, whatever. Everyone's getting prepared. We've got good weather to get the equipment all ready to go to be able to start in the fields. We've got good weather conditions, and it looks like we're going to have good growing conditions. As you can see behind me, the blue sky always helps your sentiment. It makes things look a lot brighter, but everyone out here is pretty optimistic about getting started, getting off to a good start with this year's crop and being able to get it in the ground and get it growing and to provide the best quality product that we can for our business partners around the world.